Hello and welcome back to Memory at Lightning Speed with the Permanent Memory Sphere and Power Recall. Memory Course 3, Episode 6, Killing Your Negative Self-Talk and Ends, Part 1. Memory at Lightning Speed, Powerbrain with me, Achim Lemke. Powerbrain Lesson 6, Abracadabra, and here's your Episode 6. We'll not pull a rabbit out of a hat, but we'll do some mental magic. And don't worry, you'll not have to kill any ants. Not literally, at least. The thing is that your mind is always eavesdropping on your self-talk. To be prepared for every situation, you learn the simple, effective ABRA technique. Welcome back, Powerbrain, and how's your memory? It's what? It's powerful. I always start with a positive. You know this. And I want you to start your days. I want to start our conversation positive. That's really the theme what we're going to talk about in this lesson. About environments, internal environments, and external environments also as well. I think internal environments, the reason we talk about positive talk and positive thinking is because do you have a situation where maybe you're going through a program like this quest, or just everyday life, and you have some negative self-talk, what you want to eliminate and get rid of. Here's the reason why you want to eliminate or get rid of or reduce your negative self-talk. We talk about them as ants, killing ants, automatic negative talk, automatic negative talk. The reason why you want to reduce it is because your mind is always eavesdropping on your self-talk. Your mind is always listening to your self-talk. As mentioned before, when I was preparing for a marathon, I was reading a chapter on the psychology of it, and it said verbatim, and I'm repeating this because repetition is important for your memory. It's that your brain is like an extremely powerful computer, and your self-talk is a programmable run. Therefore, if you tell yourself you're not going to remember names, you will not remember the name of the next person you meet because you programmed your extremely powerful computer not to. That's really what's happening here. When we have negative self-talk, we say we're not good enough, or I'm not doing enough here, or I'm not smart enough, or I have a horrible memory. Those become unconscious programs for our mind. Consequently, what's the trick to reduce negative self-talk, these automatic negative thoughts? The trick is to use magic, use mental magic. You like magic? You're a magician? Yeah, we're going to do some magic, mental magic, together. Here's a phrase that magicians use to be able to perform their magic, right? They say, Abracadabra, simsalabim. Translated using Hebrew letters, it simply means, make it so. I'm going to take the first 4 English letters of Abracadabra, Abra, and turn that into a technique for you. You can use any time you want where you find those negative thoughts coming in. The A in Abra stands for acknowledge, acknowledge. Now, what does that mean? When you have a negative thought, you don't want to fight it. here's the thing. What you resist persists. What you resist persists. If you say, do not think of a big pink giraffe, what you automatically going to do? You're going to think of that big pink giraffe, because what you resist persists, right? Out of that reason, you don't want to fight it. You also don't want to fight for it either. You don't want to fight for your limitations, saying, oh, I have a horrible memory. Because here's the thing, when you argue for your limitations, when you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. When you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. Therefore, you want to keep it positive. One of the ways to do it, the A, is to acknowledge it. You don't want to fight it. You just acknowledge that it's there, okay? The B is breathe in, because oxygen is very important. Breathe in. I breathe in to replace, to the place where I feel where the thought is. And the release, and then I release it. Release, R for release. So I want you to breathe in the possibility, breathe in the power, breathe in the purpose, breathe in the potential. And I want you to, where that thought is, and when you want to release that thought, release the limitation, release the negativity out, and visualize it while you're doing it. And finally, the A in ABRA, the last A in ABRA, stands for align. A, align. What does that mean, to align? It means to reset, like reset, because now you've eliminated and released that negative thought. How do you align with your true self? How do you align with the truth about who you really are, the truth of your real genius? And really, maybe it's the opposite of the negative thought. Consequently, whenever the negative thought is, say the opposite. Say the opposite, make it positive and make it more empowering, and make it the opposite and make it more empowering. So you align your true self. Thank you.